How fun. One moment. Oops. Hello, I'm Michelle with Harmony Stamps with Michelle. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, and I was showing you the cards that we did this Wednesday. We do have our free class. Hold on. Now we don't need that extra audio coming from my monitor device. Wow. Haven't had that happen in a while. Okay, so we're working with the Sale-A-Bration today. Just crafting along. We're going to figure out, we're going to probably make a card that I have not pre-designed. I'm going to be figuring it out as we go, showing you my methods. There are 3 ways to earn with Sale-A-Bration, and that Sale-A-Bration goes from now until the end of February. Don't forget, this is a leap year, which means that you can earn all the way through February 29th. So the first way and the most common way for people to earn Sale-A-Bration items is by purchasing or getting friends together to make a purchase. So for every $50 order, you can select one of our level 1 products, or for every $50 you spend before shipping and taxes. And then for every $100 in before shipping and taxes money, you can also select a level 2 item, which is a $100 item. You can mix and match and all of that. And then if you happen to have $300 in orders on one order, that's considered a party, and you get to earn stamping rewards on that, which is 12% on the $300. But you also will automatically receive an additional $30 in product credit that can be used on anything that you can access through the website, whether it's an online exclusive, annual catalog item, or mini catalog item. You can use that for those. All right. The watercolor melon happens to coordinate with our modern oval punch in the mini catalog. Actually, I think that's now in the online exclusives. But anyways, it coordinates with that modern oval punch. And there's lots of free papers to choose from, a couple of embellishments. We may or may not be using some of those today. And then this stamp set, Heartfelt Hellos, goes along with the hexagon punch, which is in the mini and was also used for World Card Making Day. And then this is the last $50 item. It is the Jungle Pals stamp set with the cute sloth, the lemur, the tiger, the toucan, and an alligator or crocodile. You tell me which it is. Then we hit the $100 level 2 items, and the first one is the Jungle Pal dies that cut out each of those animals and all of these other fun things for a jungle scene. You've got this tree with some branches, you've got leaves and flowers, and a vine for the lemur to swing on if you so choose. And as you can see, it kind of looks like like our sloth is swinging, but sloths don't really swing much. They just hang a lot. Then there's this bundle for a $100 option, which is a stamp set and embossing folder. And then there's this stamp set, the detailed dogwood, which is also a $100 option. So those are the different things that you can earn with purchases. Then you also can earn by joining. So when you join during Sale-A-Bration, they always sweeten the deal with something. And I really like this year's sweetening. So basically, we have the 2 options here. You join for $99 plus sales tax, and shipping is always free. You choose $125 in product, and that can be any product available through the online store, and it also can be pre-order product, which currently in January we don't have any pre-order product. But if pre-order product was happening when you join, you can add those to your order, your starter kit, as long as you don't exceed the $125. All right, so the first option is you can get the Glass Mat Studio, which includes this amazing glass mat that we've talked about. This, oh, come on. This silicone mat and the cleaning cloth, which is pretty awesome. Get that all back over there because we're done with it for now. Oh my goodness. Always fun when it gets in the way, right? All right. So that's one option, is to get the Glass Mat Studio. That's a $60 value that you're getting for free, plus $125 in product that you're paying for with that $99 join fee. Or your option two is, if you don't want the Glass Mat Studio, you already have a glass mat you're perfectly happy with, then you can also choose instead $30 in free product of your choice. So instead of spending $125 on your product for your starter kit, you get $155 in the US, obviously. Pricing is different in different countries. So Canada, UK, Australia, New Zealand, all of those areas have their own pricing based on their monetary values and where their exchange rates are compared to things. So those are pretty awesome. And I really do love the host choice this time because it is $30 in product. You don't have to have the same stamp set. So most people who are hosting aren't going to have multiple parties that are $300 or more in the next, in the 2 months that Sale-A-Bration happens, but some do. And then they end up with the same stamp set when it's just a stamp set choice. As a demonstrator, I can use that as giveaways, team incentives, a variety of ways I can use those stamp sets, because I do end up with multiples of those. But as an independent person who's just shopping, that's not always the best deal. All right, so this is going through February 29th, and it is a leap year. All right, put that away. And then, of course, we do have the mini catalog, which we've been enjoying already. We're going to continue to enjoy. Surprisingly and very happily, there's only one thing as of this morning when I looked that is currently not available from the new catalog, and that is the dies, the painted lavender dies that go with the painted lavender bundle that are a part of the perennial lavender suite. So that means until about February 29th, you cannot just order the suite with one item, and you cannot just order the bundle. Now, as far as pricing goes, the suite isn't going to give you any better of a deal, only buying something as a bundle. So if you can wait for the bundle, get the rest of the suite individually. So get the second bundle and the embellishments and the paper. And when this comes in stock, get that. Those are some good ways to save money. It's a little bit more work since you can't just put in one number and get the whole thing. But I can help you with that if that's something you want. But so far, everything else is currently available. And I don't think any of it is on low inventory. One thing that is on low inventory that I want to let you know about, and that is the truck, the truck punch is low inventory. And with it being an online exclusive, there is a chance, I don't know, no, there, we don't get communication about this, but because it is an online exclusive, if it goes out of stock, and especially since it's been around since the summer, they may or may not order more in. And I didn't happen to recall seeing a date on that, and I can't check right now. But I will leave in the message in the comments below afterwards to let you know if there is an expected date for it. Well, there wouldn't be until it's actually out of stock. So we really won't have any idea until it goes out of stock. But it is low inventory, which means if that's something you want and you don't want to risk that they're not going to reorder anymore, you want to get it. All right. Once again, these are the cards that we did on Wednesday. And if you want to get the make and takes for those, you need to put in that $35 order using the host code in the description. And I will send you the paper and embellishments, everything die cut and embossed for you to put together to each of these 3 cards. You'll need to do your own stamping, which means you'll need your own inks, your own stamp sets and blocks, and of course you'll need your own adhesive to assemble the cards. If you don't want to do any of that, you have another option, and that is to spend that $35 using the host code, and I will make one each of those 3 cards and mail those to you directly. That's the only way I am allowed to do stamping for you, is if it is a complete project. Okay? All right, so today we're going to play with the Watercolor Melon Stamp Set, which is that first item in the Sale-A-Bration brochure. I did do some playing around with it when I first got it, and that's what we're going to do today. We're going to play with it and see what we like and if we want to use it, how we want to use it, and things like that. So I'm going to use different colors. With this, I think I did use Sweet Sorbet, but this green was probably Parakeet Party or Lemon Lime Twist. I'm not entirely sure. And so I'm going to get some basic white cardstock here. I'm going to need some stamping blocks as well. So this guy I want on a D block. And that's our full watermelon. And this is going to give us color for the watermelon. Well, doesn't matter. All three of these are going to be pretty much similar in size. You go down there. Thank you. All right. And then this we'll put on a rectangle block. And that leaves us with, not going to do that. Basically, it's our rinds. So we'll need those on blocks as well. And then the last two items are our seeds. And I will get 2 of our little A blocks for those. Just this way I can play with all of it and figure out how I want to use it. All right. So I'm going to want to do the rinds in garden green. So let's start with our full watermelon. Lay them down like that. There we go. And let's do our, where's that other rind? Right here. Okay. Do this rind on top of it like that. We'll have to do the other rinds afterwards because those really, you do need to see it lined up first. But let's do the leaf. And this is definitely typical leaf of a watermelon. It is in the cucurbit family. And they have some very distinctive leaf patterns. There we go. That was fun. All right, I'm going to put this aside for the moment. And I am going to go with the sweet sorbet. I think real red is just too red for watermelon. So we're going to start with the half watermelon up here. And we're going to place it right down in there. And we have that pretty layer of watermelon flesh, as it were. And then let's get this slice. Oh, actually, I think I did use real red before. Let's get this slice with the bite out of it down. And then this slice that doesn't have the bite out of it down. Okay, we're going to put the sweet sorbet away for now. Actually, we're just going to move it over here for now. So I do think this was real red that I was using instead of sweet sorbet on the original, with probably lemon lime or parakeet party for the green. I don't really remember which. The garden green definitely seems to me a bit more realistic for the green. with watermelon, as does the sweet sorbet. So you're going to want to decide what you're going to want to do. And as you can see, it's got this variation in colors, and that's what gives it the watercolor effect. All right. Now we are going to, let's see. Yeah, that's not going to work. All right, we're going to take one of the smaller pieces of scrap of basic white, and we are going to do two things. We are going to get our garden green out again. And stamp it down here. Okay. And we are going to also do not in garden green. Oops, we weren't supposed to do that. This is in the garden green. All right. Now, clean this off. So I'm going to just spritz it with water and then wipe it down on my chamois, which is fairly dry. Clean off the extra water, and we're going to get our sorbet. And place that inside our rind, like so. Then we're going to get our modern oval punch, looks like that, and open it up. And as you can see, that watermelon fits in there with a nice little white border around it. Gives us that watermelon. But it can also give us this one. Trying to see. There we go. All right. So there's that. But I think I want to finish out the other side as well. So let's get another piece of rind down. And another bit of watermelon flesh. And then we're going to need to do our seeds. For that, we're going to need our tuxedo black. And we didn't really play with the seeds on this one, so let me just show you without what we're looking at. That's the 3 seeds at one go. And there's the single seed. So as you can see, when you're doing a large piece, the 3 at one go works really well, especially when you're doing an angled piece like that. But watermelon seeds are not super uniform, so it might be good to use the single as well. So drop a few of the triples and then add some singles in. So let's play and practice with the 3s on the one on our sheet here. So I would probably do some right there and there. And then I'm going to go in with the individual seed and give us one like that. One down there, another one here. I want one right there. There we go. Okay. I think I'm kind of liking that sort of pattern. I think it's still a little bit too perfect, but let's try one there and one there and do something similar over here, just like that. Okay. Mm. Even the waterless watermelons you can buy in the store, or seedless watermelons, they're never totally seedless, but all right, that's good. Then we're going to fussy cut. So we're going to get our snips out and cut across the top with the easiest fussy cut known to man. All right. That gives us 2 of those to play with. Let's play with this one. These, all of them are going to be fairly easy to fussy cut. This might not be wide enough. Nope, I don't think it is. So let's do these on this one. This way I'll have several elements to play with later. You know, we're not going to use all of these on one card. And let's get this guy on this sheet. Yep, not gonna happen there. That's okay. Alrighty then. We'll just call that good on that. So let's get our garden green back and do our oh, we didn't do that. Oops. On the card, or this one. And drop down our little brines on these guys. Just like that. All right. And let's play with our seeds. So switch back to the tuxedo black. And definitely I find this corner piece, those to be quite perfect for that. And you could also use, you know, a brown, like pecan pie, instead of black. Yeah, sometimes seeds are going to come across that way as well. Or you can go into complete fantasy land with your seeds and your watermelons and pick whatever colors make you happy. Probably putting more seeds in than is necessary. All right, so those are those. Let's get some seeds in on these guys. there. All right, that's good enough. Now we need our rinds for these guys. So we need the garden green back. There we go. And just to show you how easy these are going to be to fussy cut out, we're just going to kind of cut around it, removing the paper, not the scissors. We're not being too super careful. Just following the color line. Leaving a little bit of white as well, just because that makes it kind of give it a nice extra little separation, I think. And so that's probably enough of those. All right. So I think maybe this is a classic slice, and then these are the triangular slices. So now let's put this over here for the moment. And let us put the memento away for the moment. I don't want any problems with our inks. Now, the main problem with this set is there's no actual sentiment with it, but that's okay. There's plenty of sets, including Sale-A-Bration sets, that have that. But what I'm thinking is I'm going to play with some garden green paper, and I have sweet sorbet here, I think. Let me double check on that. All right, let's put that down there. And yes, this is sweet sorbet. Okay. So my thought process is that my card base I'm going to want is the garden green, and then my matte layer I'm going to want is the sweet sorbet. So let's start with that. Get my paper trimmer out, and I'm going to go with the classic, what we would call a hot dog fold. And so I'm going to move my cutting blade all the way to the top because I'm going to score. This way I would get two card bases out of one 8.5 by 11 sheet. And that was at 4 1/4 that I scored. This is 5 1/2 that I'm going to cut. I'm just going to bring that scoring blade down and set this aside. I'm going to fold this over using the trimmer edge to help keep that as a straight line. Get my bone folder and crease that edge really good. All right. Then for this one, we're going to make matte layers. And so I'm going to want one that is 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. That would be your classic matte layer. And then I think, let me see. So we've got that, and that. And then I'm going to want to do this on the interior for our watermelon play. All right. And if I'm going to do it kind of like this with some sentiment up there. Or maybe I want it to be garden green on there instead of basic white. So hard to say, but I think what I want is I want it raining seeds on this. So I'm going to get the Memento Black out again. And just kind of creating a little scene with the seeds. And let's go off on the top. And come in. Like that. And then let's see if we're using this size card layer. That's going to be fine there. So we just need to go down the edges or sides. All right. Let's get them on this side too. By the way, if you're in the Pueblo area and you want to go out tonight, I know it's cold, but the roads are pretty clear and dry. We are doing karaoke tonight at the Ethos over off of Santa Fe on Mesa Drive. And we would love to see you there. If that's something you want to do, come out and sing some songs with us. We like to have fun and enjoy singing together. And we do that the second Saturday and the third Thursday of the month at the Ethos. We're also, except for this Sunday, because of the weather, they have decided to not do karaoke this Sunday. But generally speaking, most Sundays going forward, we're going to be at the Urban Bar and Grill out in the county. Let me see. I, of course, didn't bring anything to clean that up with. So I'm just going to use my hand. There we go. Inky fingers are a thing, and it's okay. All right. So if I use that, oh yeah, now it's looking kind of like a watermelon, right? Which is the point. The rind and the flesh. And then we're going to have our design here. I think I'm going to want some of my leaves as a bed for these to hang out on. So back down. Have our little vines there, and then we'll have our little watermelons there, I think. All right, another set that we have in Sale-A-Bration is just sentiments, and that is our heartfelt hellos. And those perfectly coordinate with the heartfelt hexagon punch. which I have some pre-punched out, and I may use those, but I think I'm not going to use those specifically. But which one do I want? Do I want hello or enjoy your day? I think enjoy your day, because honestly, picnicking is all the fun. All right, we're going to need a block for that. And then the question becomes, do we want it in Memento Black, or do we want it in Garden Green, or Sweet Sorbet? I think there's a lot of Sweet Sorbet going on, and there's a lot of green going on. So let's go ahead and go with Memento Tuxedo Black ink as soon as I figure out where I set it down. There it is. It is so amazing how fast those things disappear. Now, I have seen somebody take this stamp set and basically turn this, so they cut off, they stamp this in a brown color, and they cut it off at the halfway point and turned it into a pot and put plants in it with one of our other stamp sets, which is interesting. I want to see how this is going to stamp, even though I have it somewhere else. Yeah, that's not as... Let's make sure and get it good and rubbed on, and then I'll tap. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp Enjoy Your Day right up here in this corner. There we go. Close this up again. And we're going to get our seal. And put some adhesive on the back of our matte layer. Make sure our seeds are going in the right direction for the opening. Line it up on the 3 sides and then double check on the bottom. Just rest it down, and when you like it, you can go ahead and press. I think I'm also going to glue this one down flat, preferably without my extra hair, which is one of the reasons I don't generally wear my hair down when I'm doing videos. And centering that on the card. Which is hard to do with all those seeds, but there we go. All right. So then I think maybe that is what I'm liking. So I'm going to get my dimensionals out. And give us some extra visual interest with the dimensionals. Take our backings off. All right. And I like that pointing down a bit. And let's have this one more like that, ready to go. And so that would be the card front. And if we wanted to do an interior, we just grab, I have these pre-cut and ready to go. I don't have any sentiments to put on it, but I think I would do the leaves on the bottom. One in full strength, like that. And then second generation, like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and put some adhesive on. You can do the same thing with your envelopes. And I'm going to place it down here. Probably would have been better doing it the long ways instead of the short ways, but it'll still work. Plenty of room to put your sentiment. If you decide you want a stamp sentiment, there's still room to add it as well. But that is the Watercolor Melon Set, and we also did use one of the stamps in the Heartfelt Hellos. Both of those are Sale-A-Bration offerings. And then we have the original stamping I did and today's stamping that I did. Actually, I do think they're both Sweet Sorbet now that I look at it more, in as far as the red goes. But all kinds of fun ways to play with this, and perfect if you're going, to a picnic that's hosted by a friend of yours. You can have some fun with that. I also want to let everybody know that we just released, so starting this month, we get two paper pumpkins, or not paper pumpkins, two kits in our kit collections every month going forward. And some of those kits are going to have stamps and some are not. And this month they did release both kits on the same day, and they are fun. One of them is just so stinking cute, it's not even funny. My granddaughters are going to fall in love with it. And I just kind of wanted to show them to you today. So let's start with the first kit, which is the Rock Legend kit. It actually goes with our Rock and Roll Suite, but it's different enough. But you get enough supplies to make 4 each of 2 different cards, and it comes with these awesome red stars. So the embellishment with that suite is lightning bolts and stars, and they're in 3 colors, but red is not one of those. So it's kind of nice to have these red stars that you can add, because you won't need all of them for this kit. And so then it's got these matte layers, and then it's got 2 different envelopes, one for each of the cards. So it's got these fun little interiors to give them more interest. And it has the card bases. So the first card base is going to be this black, and it already has this printed on the card front. And from what I remember from looking at the directions, you're going to put this one kind of over that and kitty corner, possibly even up on dimensionals without going and looking. I wouldn't know for sure. And then you have all of these die cut pieces in 4 different languages for the different cards. You have You Rock on the pick. You have You're a Legend, you have Happy Birthday, and of course you have enough for each of the cards of those. And then this is the next card front. And obviously this is the front, this is the back, and the interior is white. And you have vellum. You have stars and guitar picks in vellum for your projects. And then look at these die cuts. You have the drumsticks and the awesome guitars with Pool Party. And because this one has got the sentiments already ready to go, you don't have to do any stamping. All you have to do is assemble. And here are the 2 different cards, and the red envelopes they're suggesting go with this Pebble Path card base. And so they layered that other piece on top with the vellum pick and the guitar die cut, and it says You're a Legend. And with this one, they put the vellum star, the drumsticks, and the guitar pick with the printed You Rock on it. And there are lots and lots of fun. You can use the stamp sets from the Rock and Roll Suite to add interior messages and images, and it makes 8 total cards, 4 of each design, and it's very reasonably priced. I think it's $12 if I remember correctly for that one. Now, they all come in these fun boxes too, but I gotta tell you about this one. This one is called Penguin Friends Kit. And as I said, my granddaughters are going to love this one of them more than the other. But so it comes with these embellishments, which are iridescent discs. They look a bit flat, like the Marion Bright embellishments were. Yeah, they feel a lot like it. So they're just flat, but they're iridescent. So they're gonna, pull different colors depending on what they're on. They're little sequins. That's what they are, iridescent sequins. So this is for one card. Let me see. Yeah. So this is for the slimline card. Let's put this aside because those are for the other card. So these are the envelopes for the slimline card, which are awesome, both inside and out. And then these are the part of those cards. And then these are for the regular A2 cards, and that's bamboo, which is really fun, on Flirty Flamingo. And once again, we have the pre-printed sentiments in multiple languages. We have Hey There and Love You Lots. And then these are the card bases for the A2 cards. And there is all of the pandas. Oh my gosh, they are cute. So stinking cute. And look, you've got panda arms with an envelope that they can hold for these ones that don't. And then we have these little landscape die cuts to go with the slimline cards as well. And when they are assembled per instructions, this is what they're going to look like. So here's the A2 card, and there's going to be bits left over that you can use in future projects, but you don't have to make them the way they are designed. You can always make what we call alternatives. So you can use your creativity and the supplies provided to make a variety of different cards using the parts from this kit. I usually always make at least one of each card the way it's designed. But frequently we use the envelopes. Let me pull out these envelopes for the A2 card because we kind of didn't really look at those really good, but I love it. It is so cute. I probably would use these as intended as envelopes. But look at that inside. It's very Valentine's-y. There's a heart. Those are circles. There's another heart. And it is in that flirty flamingo. And that goes all the way through on the inside. And then, of course, the outside we have black with our little, you know, from in 2 boxes, so it can go through the mail just fine. And it's got, again, that same hearts and circles on the outside in basic white. So these are so cute. I highly recommend you go ahead and get those if that's something you're interested in. This is definitely what I would call the easy path to card making because the design work is all done for you. Everything is pretty much pre-cut. They have very clear instructions. They come with the adhesive, and when it is a kit that doesn't have stamps, then it's already printed. But the ones that all of our kits are all inclusive. Let's just start with that. So some of them are like this, where they don't have any stamps. Everything is already pre-printed, all the sentiments in multiple languages. Or you can get one that has stamps. The ones that have stamps also come with an ink spot, one color, but everything you need, including a block to do stamping. So if you've never made cards before and you want to see what it's kind of like, these kits are an amazing opportunity. And we do kit togethers here in Pueblo. So if you're in the area and want to be a part of the kit togethers, please let me know because they are so fun. I bring the kits that I happen to have with me. If in advance you know you're coming to the kit together and you want to be a part of it and you know you want a specific kit, you can always ask me. If I've already got it, I'll hold it aside for you. If there's time enough, I can get it ordered in for you. If not, then we can get it ordered in, assuming it's still available, to play with at a later date. But every month I do kit togethers where we all just get together, we play with the kits. I'm there to, play with kits too, but also answer any questions you might have, help you with some creativity if you're wanting to branch out beyond the basic instructions and how they lay it out. If you just want to play and create, this is the funnest, easiest way to get into card making, in my opinion. and those are going to be available while they last. And the ones that are fairly popular will be reordered, but there's never a guarantee. I think they said with the kits, they will keep them at least a year. So these kits will be good at least through the end of December. Okay, so that is all of that. I think we spent quite a bit of time together today, about an hour. Sorry for the audio issues in the beginning. Go ahead and if you're on the replay, hopefully you fast forwarded through them to get to the parts where I was talking. Try not to do that again in the future. This has been Harmony Stamps with Michelle, and I'm Michelle. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. If you want to know about all the things that I've got going, make sure and sign up for my newsletter. The link is in the description, and every week you get a free tutorial how to make one card. It tells you how to cut, where to score, the whole bit. And they are all using current product, so stuff you should be able to get your hands on, assuming it's not one of those things that's gonna sell out early, and like potentially the Easter stuff and the Valentine's stuff. If they sell out early and it's pretty specific to that holiday, they won't reorder it if it's too close to that actual celebration time. But generally speaking, it's stuff that will be available, even if it is currently out of stock at that point, it will be coming back. Don't forget you can get the make and takes for this week's class, which I'll show you one more time. And then I've got to get a whole bunch of these put together and put in the store called Crystal Moon Witchery, I believe it is, downtown on City Center, where I have my cards, because I'm gonna put a bunch of Valentine's cards in. So this was one of the cards. This is the last card we put together on Wednesday. And I love that inside. It's really pretty. And then we have our Celebrating You and You Are Most Loved, and then Just for You and To My Valentine. So those are the make and takes for this week. You can make a purchase of $35 using that host code and get the supplies, paper supplies and embellishments to make each of these 3 cards. You'll need to do your own stamping and adhesives and all of that. Or you can, if you are not going to be getting those stamps and don't have other stamps you want to use with these supplies, you can let me know that you want to just have the pre-made cards. And then I will send you one each of these cards pre-made for that $35 order. If you have any questions, please let me know. If you like what you see, please give me a head or thumbs up, send me some hearts. If you want to see more, you can subscribe to me on YouTube. You can follow me on Facebook. I am live streaming to both, generally speaking. I will be back tomorrow with my stepped up version or stepped up card using the same suite. And I'm just going to give you a little sneak peek of what that's going to look like. So it's still using that Most Adored paper and the Adoring Hearts bundle. And so these are the 2 cards that our card is going to be based off of. These were cards I made for a swap I did with some other demonstrators. And so I'm looking forward to showing you how to put these together. They were also fun to do. All right, I will see you tomorrow. I hope you have an amazing Saturday. Like I said, if you're in the area tonight from 7 to 11, we're going to be at the Ethos doing karaoke and would love to see you there. Bye-bye now.